This is the setup that Ellie had, I'm sure. Hi everyone, welcome back to Scott Trans. I'm Ollie, so this is Friday, and this week's topic is transitioning in education. For people new to the channel, like I said, my name is Ollie. I'm 20 years old, almost 19. I'm a student in Edinburgh. I'm FTM, I use he, him pronouns, and I make the Friday videos here on Scott Trans. I had quite a few ideas for points to talk about in this video, but my brain has just gone to mush, so yeah. I'll try my best to remember what I was gonna say. So I guess I'll start with where I started to transition, like what stage of education. So I came out to a few people at the end of college, because I went to, in England they do like sixth form college, so for the last 2 years of high school you can either stay at a sixth form or go to a college or go into work. I chose to go to a college, which I really enjoyed. So yeah, at the end of college I came out as non-binary to a few really close friends, and before that I came out as gay to everyone. I talked about this in my coming out video. Yeah, basically good reactions from most people, well, most of my friends. And then I didn't really say anything about being non-binary until I started university and had made a new group of friends. When I came out at university to my new flatmates and my course friends and stuff, I don't think I got any bad reactions really. I think it just kind of took longer than I expected it to come out to everyone. Because when I came out as gay, everyone was just like, oh yeah, we know what that is, like we understand this. So they didn't have any trouble with it. But I came out as non-binary, and people had heard of transgender, but not many people had heard of non-binary, so it took quite a lot of energy and time to kind of come out to people so that I could explain what it meant and how it made me feel and what I was going to do about it, basically. It was when I was out as non-binary that I went to my on-campus GP and told her that I was non-binary and that I was seeking a gender clinic, and she referred me to that. It was really helpful. It took like a couple of appointments to do that though, because obviously not all GPs are trained in specific stuff like gender and transness, but she kind of nicely explained that she didn't really know what to do about referring me to somewhere, but then went away and looked up loads of stuff and then came back and was just like, I know what to do now, we can refer you. Ooh. And then I came out to my mentor. He was really helpful. He just kind of made sure that all the lecturers were aware that I had changed my name, and he updated some of the registers. Granted, it took a while for all the registers to go through because lots of the lecturers used the old registers, but it was fine because I knew that people were trying, so like that was cool. And then later on, in my second year of uni, I came out as a trans guy, FDM, and basically the same reactions. It was a lot easier coming out this time because people had kind of got used to me being a trans person. Yeah, all the lecturers were fine. It took a while for my name to go through again, but like it does, like all these things take time. I still not got my student card updated, but that's something that I'm working on and something that I've been assured that I'll get in the new term starting in September. I don't think there's really any bad things about transitioning at my uni. They've all been really supportive. I have a great LGBT society, which I am on committee for this next year. I have a really trans and general LGBTQ plus inclusive friend group, so I couldn't be happier with my situation right now, to be honest. I think the only thing that I'm a bit annoyed about the uni and in regards to trans things is, one, we don't have gender neutral toilets. We have accessible toilets, which they've stuck a label on, and it says accessible toilets for all genders. So I don't know if that really counts. Not really. I always feel a bit awkward going in there because it's like, well, although I'm a disabled student, I don't need to use an accessible bathroom because of that. And being trans isn't a disability, so I don't know, I just feel a bit weird using it. I generally do use that toilet if I need to though, but then otherwise I try and not use the toilets on campus. I don't know, I just don't really like it. I currently don't really feel comfortable using the male toilets in uni because a lot of people on my course knew me as my birth name, not even like my kind of middle stage name, because I had like my birth name is what I started uni with because I had to write it on all my forms and everything, and then I had the name that I went by as non-binary, and then I have Ollie now, which is what I go by. So yeah, I just kind of had the fear that like I'd go into the bathroom and see people from my course who knew me as my birth name and they're just like, what are you doing? But hopefully that will change because I'm changing course this year, so I can start new course, make new friends, and be known as Ollie from day one, which will be great. So basically, quick summary, my uni's pretty good. I'm glad that I came out at uni. It gave me time to kind of understand things and become more self-aware of my identity, I guess. I think going to uni does that for anyone, even if you're not trans or any LGBT plus person. You just kind of gain a better sense of character, I think, because you're kind of put on your own and you have to think for yourself a bit more. I definitely couldn't have come out in school. What is happening outside? There's so many sirens. Shh. Can't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, I definitely couldn't have come out during high school. It could be quite a judgy atmosphere. I've heard from people who are there now that it is a lot better than it was, but I just don't think I would have been comfortable coming out then, especially because it was an all-girls school at the time. So I would have had to either been the only boy in an all-girls school or had to have moved schools during my GCSEs. That wasn't something that I was gonna do. But although I had kind of like an inkling that I could be trans then, it wasn't until later that I kind of went, right, that's my label. So I definitely wasn't ready to come out in high school. With coming out at uni, I can't really speak on behalf of my uni for like the support they give to new coming out trans people, because I'd done like that much research and stuff online about how to go about transitioning and like getting to the gender clinic and stuff, that I didn't really need support from my uni for that because I knew what I was doing. So yeah, I think that's probably about it for this video. Sorry, it's a bit weird this week. I don't know. I found this topic kind of hard to talk about because I didn't really know what to say about it. So yeah, if you liked this floaty, dissociaty mess video, please click the like button and maybe subscribe to our channel or leave a comment down below. What was your education place like for transitioning and helping students transition? I hope you've all had a lovely week and I will see you next Friday. Bye!